Hi, my name is Justin Schroeder, and this is my story. I figured I'd tell my story because it's something that means a lot to me, and it's something that I will sometimes dwell on, and it's something that has its ups and downs, but the struggle is real. It's there. It exists, and if anything, I just hope that this story helps someone, because I don't think that there was anything that could help me, so I figured, what the hell, let's go for it. So when I was a kid, I was picked on a lot because of a variety of reasons. I was different. I just said random things. I said whatever was on my mind. I think one of my teachers said it best that I marched to a different drummer, and I don't think that I can think of anything that is more accurate than that when it comes to describing whatever the hell I was or what I was thinking back then. Um, I had I had ADHD. I still do, and I'm leaning off of medications now. I had a lot of issues growing up, but none of them really explained why I felt the way I felt until I kind of recognized it for myself. And the thing about this feeling is that it's strange because after something traumatic happens, you think it's going to go away and never come back. But when I was 11 years old, after years of being picked on in elementary school, I heard someone say that you would be better looking 6 feet under. And, reading it on Twitter is one thing, but having it said directly to your face is, as an 11-year-old, and your peers are saying this to you, saying, jump off a bridge or kill yourself or any of that, it affects you. And and when you're that young, you think that that's all that there is. There isn't going to be anything but that your entire life. And I believed that. And then after school, after storming out of the class, I rode my bike to a nearby bike trail, and there were some trees there, so I went into the little woods area, and my friend was planning on building a tree house or something, or a pulley system, and he nailed a lot of 2x4s on this tree all the way up to this big branch, and there was a rope and a lot of other equipment, but I took the rope up with me and I tried to hang myself. I tied the noose around the branch and around my neck, and I stood up and I lost my balance and I was terrified, so I quickly just got down onto the branch and just held onto it for dear life. And I, in that moment, realized that I'm not supposed to die now. That I was afraid, that I didn't want to go through with it. As Kevin Hines said when he jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge, as soon as his hands left the rail, it was instant regret. And I felt almost the same thing. Except I didn't jump. I didn't take that leap of faith, and thank goodness I didn't. Otherwise I wouldn't be here right now. And after that, I didn't really feel seriously suicidal for a long time. But then it came back. About a month ago, I fell back into that place, and I had said to a friend of mine, thank you for everything that you've done for me. Thank you for everything for my channel, and for giving me encouragement, something like that. And that person said, yeah, anytime, dude. Like, how's your channel doing? And he called me right after, not too long, and we talked it out. And at the end of it, I was okay. And that person was Jeremy. It's, I mean, it sounds strange because a lot of people what's strange is that a lot of people don't understand about him is that he's more than just his YouTube persona. He's more than just a guy who complains about Star Wars. He's a human, he has flaws, but he's really fucking smart. And he got that right away. He said, something's up, something's not right, what's going on, and I'm not hanging up until you're okay. And he didn't, and he helped me out of it. And I'm not going to go into detail of what we talked about, but it was rough. And I still can't believe that that it came back. And what I can say about the situation and about this disease in general is that you don't know when it's going to come back. You don't know how it's going to affect you. And you don't know when it's going to happen. And it doesn't always come back. Sometimes it slowly creeps back into your life and you don't know what to do about it. And there's nothing, seemingly nothing that you can do about it. And having to deal with that is really, it chokes you. It suffocates you. If you're not careful, it literally will take your breath away. And that's not meant to be facetious, not meant to be funny. It's true. And the reason why I'm telling you all of this, not because I want any sympathy, not because I want anything like that, but I'm telling you this because it's true. And I figured that of all the days to do it, I just thought, why not? It's true, it happened, and that's all I have to say about that. And I wrote this to myself on January 29th, 2018 at 12:08 p.m. right here on my phone, on my notes. And I said, whenever that voice in your head tells you that you're not worthy, you're incapable, you can't do it, or you can't go on, whenever that voice makes you start feeling suicidal, or you feel like you can't do anything, tell that voice to go fuck itself and keep going. Now, that may be oversimplifying the circumstances, but it takes a lot of personal growth to finally reach that point. Don't underestimate that voice inside your head. The only person that goes everywhere with you is yourself. Sometimes it's easy to forget. Sometimes you need that reminder to, not forget where you came from, not forget what happened to you. But it's important to understand where you're going, who you're going with, what you want to do with it, and where you want to end up. And I don't want to end up dead. I don't want that to happen. I don't want to feel this way sometimes. And sometimes I relish in it and just embrace it, and it's terrible. Because it's like a drug that you had no control over consuming. You had no control over how you feel this way. It just comes. It just embodies itself in your mind. Because being in this head is a nightmare. Being in this head will destroy you. And if you're going through this, please don't do it alone. You need to talk to somebody about it. Anybody. You can seek a friend, your parents, a trusted friend, or a psychiatrist, or a doctor, or call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, which will be linked in, it will be pinned in the comments. So for anybody who is feeling this way, anybody who is struggling, you can say something, tell your stories in the comments, do whatever makes you feel happy, but just know that there are people out there who do care about you, and there are people who don't want to see you get hurt. And it's important to reach out to them, because you want to live to see the next day, and so do they. Be here tomorrow, be here the next day, and I just want to thank everybody who's helped me along the way. As I said before, I'm only telling you this because it's true, and because I've been through it, and I'm here. I'm alive. And I just gotta say that being on this earth is great. Because no matter what you think, what you believe in, put that all aside. At the end of the day, you don't know what the other side is like. You don't know what's going to happen after you die. Nobody does. Embrace everything that you have here. And if there's something going on in your life that's plaguing you, get rid of it. In whatever way you can. Figure it out. Get out of the slump. Get out of the situation that you're in. Because it's only going to get better if you do. And if you're at your lowest points, just remember that after that, there's only one way to go. Someone said something the other day that, and I'm trying to remember what they said, but it was something along the lines of, everyone wants to go to the kingdom of heaven, in one way or another. But in order to get there, you have to die, and you have to go through that. So why rush it? Why not enjoy what you have right now? Why not embrace the great things about living, with breathing? Because there's a lot of people who, I bet, wish that they could do it over again, but they can't. Because they succeeded. And we don't know what those last thoughts were in their head. But I can tell you that it does get better. And it's not a permanent fix. Nothing is a permanent fix except for that. It is a permanent solution to a temporary problem, and it's not something that goes away easily. But with a lot of work and with a good support system around you, you can make it out. I want to thank everybody for listening to this story and for hearing me out. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And one last thing, be here tomorrow, because I sure hope you will be.